Eyewitness video shows crowds scattering and fleeing the scene after conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot while speaking during an event at Utah Valley University. According to Associated Press, Creighton Baird attended Wednesday's event and used his phone to film the scene before and after Kirk was shot in the neck as thousands watched. Authorities have arrested a 22-year-old Utah man in the killing of Kirk, founder of the conservative group Turning Point USA. "We got him," Governor Spencer Cox told reporters at a news conference Friday, announcing the arrest of Tyler Robinson in Wednesday's killing of Kirk during an outdoor debate at Utah Valley University. Authorities say Robinson, a student at a different college, was taken into custody Thursday night. Robinson's father recognized him from images released by authorities and encouraged him to turn himself in, a law enforcement official told the Associated Press on the condition of anonymity to discuss an ongoing investigation. Cox says Robinson's family said Robinson had been critical of Kirk, saying, "Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate." The governor credited Robinson's family with helping turn him in.
Core evidence of why you believe what you believe, specifically archaeologically, and I think that's an important thing you need to pray about. You can ask one last question, but I think the further we go down this, the audience gets more and more of the impression I'm against LDS, which I'm really not. So I don't want to spend too much time on that because I think other scholars might be better positioned to do that.
We're at the Charlie Kirk debate at UVU. He just got shot, I believe, in the neck. Right here. Charlie Kirk from Turning Point USA was holding a live Q&A at Utah Valley University today. Maybe 20 minutes in, I think we were on our second question, he got shot in the neck. Looked like he got hit. It looked like his neck exploded. Everybody saw blood.
The man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk was being held Friday at the Utah County Jail. According to Associated Press, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson was arrested on suspicion of aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily harm, and obstruction of justice charges, according to a court affidavit. The Associated Press reporter Eric Tucker explains the update of Charlie Kirk's shooting in Utah. Federal local authorities laid out a series of evidence that they say connects Mr. Robinson to the crime. That includes engravings found on bullet casings that were in the rifle. That's believed to have been used in the attack, said Tucker. They also cite information from people close to Robinson that he had become more political in the run-up to the killing, and that he had expressed a distaste for Charlie Kirk's political viewpoints, added Tucker. A judge ordered that he be held without bail. Formal charges are expected to be released early next week.
Authorities have made an arrest in the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. They'd identified the gunman as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson.
A family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
And at a news conference, law enforcement officials described multiple pieces of evidence that they say connect Mr. Robinson to the killing. One of those pieces of evidence happens to be engravings on bullet casings that the authorities found in a rifle that they believe was used in the shooting. Another piece of evidence relates to messages that were on a chatting app that a roommate shared with law enforcement. It's also worth noting that it was the father of the shooter who played a significant role in bringing him to the attention of law enforcement and in helping facilitate an arrest. Robinson is currently being held, and we expect to learn even more details and additional charges potentially when he appears in court next week.
President Donald Trump said Friday, with a high degree of certainty, that the suspect in the Charlie Kirk killing has been caught. Federal investigators and state officials on Thursday had released photos and a video of the person they believe is responsible. Kirk was shot as he spoke to a crowd gathered in a courtyard at Utah Valley University in Orem. More than 7,000 leads and tips had poured in, officials said. Authorities have yet to publicly name the suspect or cite a motive in the killing, the latest act of political violence to convulse the United States. A Mauser .30 caliber, bolt-action rifle was found in a towel in the woods. A spent cartridge was recovered from the chamber, and 3 other rounds were loaded in the magazine, according to information circulated among law enforcement and described to the Associated Press.
With a high degree of certainty, we have him. In custody, right? In custody. Everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor. Everybody did a great job. You know, getting somebody that you start off with absolutely nothing. And we started off with a clip that made him look like an ant. That was almost useless. We just saw there was somebody up there. And so much work has been done over the last 2.5 days. You know, it's amazing, actually, when you start off with that and then all of a sudden you get lucky or talent or whatever it is. And somebody that was very close to him said, that's him. And essentially went to the father, went to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic, by the way. And the person was involved with law enforcement, but was a person of faith, a minister. And brought him to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic. And the father convinced the son, this is it.